Oh. I guess this is a library. Library. Hard word to say. Just double check. Is there anything else? To the right? It's very dark, so hard to see. An array of several different alcoholic drinks rests upon a glass cart. It's too dark. Okay, so we can't go to we cannot go to the right. Alright, I guess we have to explore the library. Library. You know, I want to say library, but I don't know if that's correct. There's an open journal on the desk. It was never my intention to break this family apart, but I can no longer bear it. This incident is nothing more than an unfortunate twist of fate, or so I've been told. Physicians, psychologists, holy men, not one has been able to help her. Holy men? Holy men. My wife's ailments aren't from this realm, and I, a mere mortal man, cannot cure her. No matter my efforts or how much I've sacrificed for this family, it's all been for naught. I don't recognize my own daughter. I'm unable to deal with her outbursts. My son has been reclusive, introverted. His disdain for this family is palpable. To you I leave this will, and a final plea to look after my children after her passing. I shall write as often as I can. It's addressed to someone named Eleanor. Sergeant Major Roman Pierre de Hellage. I hereby leave you this letter in regards of your daughter's behavior during my tutoring classes. I believe it has come to your attention that she is not in the most healthy of states. I will suggest you consult a doctor. Recently, she's been demonstrating a bizarre tendency for violence, which is reflected in her nervous outbursts during my classes. Things such as ripping pages off books, suddenly scribbling over her own notes, and throwing tantrums when asked to read have become the norm. However, as disturbing as these behaviors might seem, her true violent tendencies are aggravated to the point of ripping her own hair off during lectures and attempting to hurt herself with a quill. I myself have occasionally become the target of these hysterical behaviors, and that, sir, I refuse to tolerate any further. I am sending you this letter of resignation with the best regards and wholeheartedly hope you'll be able to find a capable tutor such as myself to... It ends here. The rest has been ripped off. Okay. Okay, so supposedly getting the story of a little girl who is acting out quite violently, I guess, to the point where her own tutor, and I'm assuming these are rich people, I guess, with like rich noble people, they have like a tutor and everything, but like she's acting so violent that even a tutor doesn't want to be with her, you know, doesn't want to do their job. And so I guess the head of the house is like, you know, upset about that and trying to get doctors and everything, and it's not working, I guess. The clock's hands hang down loosely, weakened by the passage of time. It makes me wonder if the conversation, you know, that we saw earlier in the doorway, I guess, supposed to represent the daughter, right? And how like the little girl at first was just like drawing, right? Drawing a little sketch for her father, and the father was like, no, do not do that. You must study, you know? And then she's like, okay. And maybe that stressed her out, I don't know. Die Fruhin Grabber. Welcome, O silver moon, fair silent companion of the night. You flee? Hurry not. Stay, friend of thoughts. See, it stays. The cloud only billowed towards it. The May's awakening is only more beautiful still, like the summer night, when the dewdrops on the May's locks clears light, and to the hill it comes, reddish. You more noble ones, alas, solemn moss, already grows on your tombs. Well, how happy I was, as I still saw with you the dawn redden, the night shimmer. Okay, I don't know how that's relevant, but sure. Memoir on Madness. Is that the same name? Philippine Pino... Philip? I want to say Philippines? No, Philip, I guess. That clock, by the way. Tick tock, tick tock. Kind of getting on my nerves, actually, a little bit. What's that sound? It's like a sound, by the way. What's that sound? Strange sound. Nor German books, I guess. Is it just me? There was some kind of like weird sound. I'm assuming that's the game, and I'm not going crazy. It's like a little, like a screeching sound, you know. Maybe that's the clock. I don't know. These are all written in Braille. What's this? There's a pile of letters on the floor. These all seem to be medical letters. After analyzing the patient's mental health these past few days, I can now securely state my diagnosis. It has come to my attention that the patient, Elise de Aleg, has been having nightly visions, imbalance of bodily humors, and melancholia. Yes, imbalance of bodily humors. That's such a like a... I don't know, it's just old, you know, I get old medicine, where it's like, oh, you have an imbalance in your humors, whatever that means. You know, back in the day when medicine was not so accurate, I guess. Such behavior is not harmful to other members of the subject's family. However, it is quickly wearing down the subject's health. The patient should spend their days at ease, with moderate consumption of thin white wine, by the way, just a little bit of wine, the practice of gentle exercise, warm baths, plenty of sleep, moderate carnal copulation, and exposure to soothing music. Yes, just a bit of sex, that's all, apparently. Was it that normal back then? Actually, I don't know, I can't remember. Was it in the Victorian era, where it's like, at least in European society, you know, where like sexual intercourse and all that was like much more of a taboo thing, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe not. I can't remember. Anyway, but the wine, the consumption of like wine, though, that's a funny thing. Because I feel like, you know, I mean, even now, I guess, even doctors now still say that, right? Like, you could drink a little bit of alcohol, that's fine, right? I guess, apparently. I don't know. Apparently. I just feel like it's because people just like wine, you know, or like they're like alcohol, that they put that as part of their diet. You know, it's like, you know, you can't live without it, I guess. So obviously it's part of a healthy diet. I don't know. I should pay the patient a visit a month from now to verify the progression of the symptoms. I guess I'm gonna read again. An old phonograph rests on the table covered with dust and cobwebs. All written in Braille. Discipline and Understanding Children's Psychology by Alfred Everhart. German. The clock's hands hang down loosely, weakened by the passage of time. Oh, pumpkin charms. What was that? I see something sparkling, actually. What's this? Wax record, 1 of 5. Oh boy. What is that? A wooden tube carrying a thin wax record. I don't know. Up, 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 up. Your comment is like really delayed, by the way, too, huh? I think I was talking about how like there's a scratching sound and everything. I just now see the comment. I don't know how delayed that is. I don't know. Maybe it's just a YouTube thing. I do hear that YouTube comments or YouTube chat, whatever, is really delayed for some reason. It's like just another annoying thing compared to like Twitch chat. Anyway, what is this? Okay. Why am I in that photograph? What's going on? Oh, look at that again. Okay. No, I wonder because maybe she's the daughter. You know, she's the one with the mental health problems. Possibly. I don't know. Oh, and it's suddenly very silent. Now it's disturbing because it's silent. It's a really big Bible. Oedipus Rex. Diary entry. Oh. Did not have encountered the same scenario yet again. Invading my dreams. That mysterious shadow taunts me to follow it along a never-ending staircase. Tonight, too, I stood, silently resisting the shadow's sweet promises of salvation and freedom. Before tomorrow's dawning light, I shall no longer be here. This is awful. Handwriting was faded. Clavicula Sabilis Regis? This is Latin, isn't it? I wouldn't know. The red painting stands tall despite the defaced canvas. Dreaded Daylight. Such a depressing name. Written in Braille. More stuff written in Braille. Something else? Oh, okay. Oh, you're supposed to use something on this. Okay, hold on. Phonograph? I guess, can we use this, I guess? Wax record. I didn't realize. I don't know. I don't know how... I don't know how that works. I don't know what a phonograph is. I thought it was like a record player, you know? Or something like that. But I guess you can put a wax record in there. I guess, is that how it works? I guess so. I'm not familiar with these instruments. I'm recording this. Leave you my children, my testimony of what I have brought upon of our lives. A being whose hold of my beloved name, or hold of my beloved daughter's name. Everything mother could do for you. Hope is your pocket mirror, my girl. All that I can say. Deepest regrets are now a burden to you. I know this voice. Huh, interesting. Well, kind of like a scattered message, I guess, but doesn't help us too much, though. We can't go to the right. We go back to the left somehow. I guess re-explore. Oh, is someone there? Yes. Please, I need your help. I've been hearing strange voices outside. I have to go check on my father. I need you to get the key to this room for me. Alright, where is it? Solve this riddle and you'll find it. You have to solve this riddle. Listen closely because I won't be repeating myself. Okay. Well, let me write this down, actually. Again. So, lurking in the shadows, lost in dismay, golden radiance, lies unscathed, awaiting the light of day. At dawn shall the beasts awake, guided by the northern star, Hokuto no Ken. You must advance. Drawn by cheerful chirping, hope always follows in search of guidance. Turn to the heartful gallows. A long riddle, by the way. Announced by the bells is your demise. Should you not pray for eastern sunrise? The door opens as he draws near. Silence is your ally, clouded with fear. Wait, I don't understand. You have to hurry. Now go! Right. I wrote all that down, but how are you supposed to figure that one out? Oh. Okay, hold on. We're in the darkness. But lurking in the shadows, lost in dismay, going to realize landscape, blink of the day, at dawn shall the beast awake. God would learn though you must advance, round by cheer, trump, your hope always follows. In search of guidance, turning the heartful gallows. That's why bells, your demise. Should you not pray about eastern sunrise, door opens as a draw on the other side of your eye like cloud with fear. Okay, so north? So like based on that riddle, right? So the first part is to go north, follow the northern star. But once you hear the chirping, hope always follows. So go to the... Oh, I'm dead. Never mind. I guess not. I guess you're not supposed to do that. Try that again. Go north. Chirp, chirp. Let's go left this time. Oh. Okay, so it was to go left. Wolf, go up. Okay, that was the door. Go up. Okay, so I think the bell announces your demise, so go east. The door again. Don't do anything, basically, because silence is your ally. Go east. There's something under the rug. There you go. Is this it? Alright, I got another rusty key. Great. Amazing. Alright, there you go. I mean, there's all that just to find the key in the rug, by the way. Say the game. To be honest, that riddle, I mean, most of it made sense. It's just the chirping, you know? Apparently, when you hear the chirping, hope follows. So be sure to turn to the heartful gallows. So what is that? I don't know what that meant. So I guess it means to go the opposite way? That's such a strange one. I didn't really understand the double meaning of that part of the riddle. Because gallows to me just means the you know, execution by hanging. You know, the little like thing. You like when you go to the gallows, I guess. I didn't really understand what that means though. I don't know. Anyway. I would think, you know, hope follows the chirping. I thought I meant to go towards the bird, not away from it. I guess we're supposed to go away from it. Anyway. I got your key. Great, now open the door. Okay, let's do just that, I guess. Do we get tricked? I don't know. I feel like we just released a demon out of their prison. But, oh wow. Strange. Oh, with super chat donation, it's kind of less anonymous like it always. So, is he gonna use it? Talk about like, I guess, donating on YouTube streams, I guess. I mean, it's kind of like if you compare to Twitch, the super chat donations are kind of like bits on Twitch. You know, it's the same thing. I mean, obviously, I didn't enable it. You know, I haven't really enabled that sort of like monetization on streams and everything. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I have anything substantial to do, you know, to enable that yet. I don't know. I considered emotes, but I feel like emotes, especially on YouTube streams, just doesn't have the same culture as Twitch. It's much more fun to spam emotes on Twitch than it is on YouTube, I feel like. I don't know. But you can do something similar, make like, you know, subscriber emotes, but I feel like it's not the same. Oh, anyway. What did you read, by the way? You saw something in that book, I'm assuming. Oh, and we died? What? Are you kidding me? What do you mean? What happened? It's such a troll though. It's sparkling and everything. I don't know. You use the pocket mirror? Oh, okay, I guess not. I have no idea. I guess we're not supposed to look at that. It's dangerous, I guess. I'm assuming. I'm not sure. Oh, we released the demon out from their room. Can you go this way now? Oh, everything's not dark here anymore, seems like. Damaged by humidity, the stained round wood embraces what's left of the grandfather clock. I got pumpkin charm. Oh, more pumpkin charms, wow. Anything else? Any more pumpkin charms? I'm just looking around, to be sure. Alright. Oh? Are you sure this be alright? Of course, my love. You're safe here. There's no need for you to worry. What about your family? That's a different matter. It has nothing to do with us, my dear. What about your daughter? What about her? Won't she suffer from this? I will be sure to take care of that issue soon. No, hush, my dear. Let's not worry about the future. Such an unpleasant conversation. I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm getting some, like... I don't know, I'm assuming the implication is the father is having an affair? You know, it's like, that's a cliche, but I guess that could be a thing? I don't know. Underlying Desire, 1892, the painting of a boy attempting to escape a horned demon. Memoirs of a young lady. The young Elliot woman poses peacefully with serene expression on her face. There are people in there. Guess we shouldn't do— oh! Hello? We still don't want to go in there, though. Alright. I'm gonna worry about that, I guess. Can we go this way? How dare you disobey me? What have I told you about leaving the room during the night? I'm sorry, Father. This is the last time you'll ever disobey me. Now get in your room and do not dare to come out until I tell you to. You understand? Yes, Father. Poor girl. It's a broken wine bottle. You know, there was that doctor's note, by the way, that said, like, you should have moderate carnal something. Basically, you should have some sex. Just, you know, it's funny how the prescription from that doctor was like, have sex. Well, like, I guess maybe he took that quite literally and started having an affair. I'm assuming that's what happened, because you see the wine as well, so the doctor even recommended the wine, you know? So, you know, the doctor said, basically, just do whatever you want, lol. Just do whatever. As prescribed by the doctor, you know? Anyway, here's Harpy, by the way. Where have you been? Harpy, I've been looking everywhere for you. I'm sorry. I just heard a strange noise while you were gone. A strange noise? Yes. You didn't hear it? No, I haven't heard it. More importantly, are you alright, miss? Did you get hurt somewhere? Oh no, I'm alright. Just, you know, solved like a riddle and, you know, avoided death like a few times, but that's all. That's a relief. However, you shouldn't go around by yourself. Do you understand? No buts, miss. This mansion can be very dangerous as it's very old. You could get hurt if you wander around carelessly. I'm sorry, Harpy. It's alright, miss. I'm just glad you're safe and sound. I'm sorry, Harpy. I was just worried about you. Worried about me? Because that sound was so loud. And since you're... Oh no, it's nothing. I just thought you could have got hurt. There's no need to worry about me, miss. But thank you. Come now, let us get inside at once. I'm sure you're feeling tired. Yes, let's. Give me your hand, just so you don't get lost. All right. Harpy, I can't... Harpy. Yes? Why is it so dark in here? Oh, I'm sorry, miss. There are no lights in this corridor and it's gotten pretty dark. I know the way, so there's nothing to worry about. I see. Alright. We're here, miss. Don't worry, don't worry about that dark corridor, by the way. Don't worry about it. Are you feeling alright, miss? My head hurts. You must be tired. Yes. It'll pass. Don't worry, Harpy. Please, tell me if it doesn't. I can make you some tea. Thank you, Harpy. Come, let's sit. It's best if we talk while sitting down. Now back to having a chat. Where were you all this time, miss? Oh, Should I lie? Usuda. Or tell the truth? I mean, there's no reason to lie, I guess. I guess we'll just tell the truth, I guess? Not if it matters. Let's tell the truth. I went to the floor above the one we were in. The noise seemed to come from above, so... You shouldn't have gone there, miss. No, it's alright. I'm not upset. I was just worried about you. You don't need to make such an expression, miss. I'm sorry, Harpy. No, I'm sorry for taking so long to come back. Anyway, where are we? Oh, this is a simple reception room. I see. I'm so glad you're safe, my girl. Even so, you do look a bit bewildered. As if you're a protagonist in an RPG Maker horror game. I'd just like to ask you something, Harpy. Please, go ahead. Are you the only person in this house? What do you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to scare you, but I've heard some voices downstairs. Voices? Yes. I'm sorry, miss, but there isn't anyone else other than the two of us in this mansion. Are you sure? Yes. It must have been your imagination, I'm sure. I see. You must be right. You must be very tired, my girl. Perhaps you should take a rest. I have a few guest rooms in upper floors and... Oh no. What's the matter? There's a button missing on your cardigan. Oh, I'm sorry. I hadn't noticed it was missing. I'm so sorry, my girl. I must have sewed it properly. No, I'm sorry. I was the one who lost it. I'm gonna get a new button upstairs. Would you like to come with me? Sure, why not? It's better to stick together, right? Yes, why not? Let us go then. Okay. I'm assuming you're gonna go through the corridor. El doll. This doll looks familiar somehow. Hmm. Oh. It's almost time for a nap. I can't wait. Well, why not just take a nap right now? Oh no. My beauty suit has to be perfect or my leaves will fall off. You really have no common sense now, do you? I'll start the countdown. 1, and a 2, and a 3. And thus, he sleeps for all of eternity, forever, until the end of time. Pristine fountain. Oh, got pumpkin charm. Great. Righteous mistress. More paintings, I guess. Vexing moonlight. My days of being a comedian are now long gone. I've now dedicated myself to the art of meditation. Visits from the depths? I go here. Huh. Well, more stuff, I guess. More stuff to do. Alright. See ya, Tirta. Why, hello there, miss. Long time no see. Get it? Now, Pumpkin, you should know better and act like a proper adult. Just kidding. Now, where did Harpy go? I mean, there's a bunch of stuff over here, but where did she go? She went over there. I mean, we should be following her, I feel like. I feel there's a bunch of stuff in there, but... Oh, number 3? Number 4? What? Where am I? I don't know, I feel like there's so much to explore, but like... Are you supposed to be following her, or are you supposed to be going back? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna keep going. Nice moon out. Oh, now the moon's gone. Great. Hello? Harpy? Harpy? I apologize, my girl. It seems I've gone a bit ahead of you. Oh no, that's alright. I was just wondering where you gone to. I see. It wasn't my intention to worry you. Harpy, where are we? Tell me, miss. What is it? Do you remember this dresser? No. I see. Here, take a seat. Harpy, what did you summon these mirrors from? Yes? Is this dresser something I should recognize? No, not necessarily. I asked you out of curiosity, nothing else. But if you ask me that, then... Miss? Yes? It is fine if you don't want me to, but may I brush your hair? My hair? Yes, it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time now. Yes. Yes, of course you can. Thank you, my girl. I'm deeply grateful. Oh then, could you please pass me the hairbrush? Oh yes. This comb is so fancy, Harpy. Is it really yours? Yes, it is. It was once given to me as a present from my family. I see. This might sound funny to you, but I feel like I've seen it before, somewhere. Perhaps your memories may be coming back. Harpy. Yes? What is it, my girl? Can you please tell me a bit more about myself? I can tell you about what I know. Unfortunately, it isn't much, but I hope it will satisfy you. Anything will do. I mean, sorry. Please, don't apologize. I understand your need to know, my girl. But could you please hand me the comb first? Ah, I'm so sorry, Harpy. Don't worry, miss. Now please, sit up straight and place your hands on your lap. Oh yes. Just like that. We don't want your beautiful long hair to get tangled now, do we? Oh, thank you, Harpy, for combing my hair. There's no need to thank you, my girl. I was the one who asked you if I could in the first place anyway. You're a very sweet individual, miss. Although you may have a few difficulties regarding some circumstances. What do you mean? You need to have a bit more faith in yourself. You've come this far thanks to your own effort, so it's time to start believing in your capabilities. I guess you're right. You may not think of yourself as such, but you truly are a very diligent person. No one but you knows what hurdles you've surpassed in your journey, as well as your goals, your fears, and even your own strength. Harpy, it is time you start pulling yourself together, my girl. No more hesitating. No more doubts. You must carry out your duty, regardless of the means, regardless of the consequences. Harpy? Enough running away. It's easy to lose yourself in your path, and even I am nothing more than a cruel misunderstanding. Harpy, but you are different. You're more than your mistakes. You're more than your fears. You're more than your duties. It is time to let go, my girl. You must give in, and you must lose control and never mind your fears. I will be with you, and I will protect you. Harpy, what's going... You are safe with me. Oh, bad ending to blindness. Huh. Somehow by her brushing our hair, we have succumbed to her whims? I don't know. Not sure. Great. Alright, well. Alright. So instead of following her upstairs to fix the bun, I guess this time let's just say no. That's okay. No thanks. I'm still a bit tired. Can I stay here and rest a little longer? That is alright. I don't mind. I won't take too long. So please, be sure to take a good rest. Yes, thank you, Harpy. Alright. Let's see. Well, this time we're not gonna follow her, I guess. The dolls again. Let's look at... I don't know. Can I go this way, by the way? Never went in here yet. You finally come to me. Who are you? I've been waiting for you, Angel. What? What do you mean? I wasn't expecting you to forget about me this quickly. Is my name Angel? Yes, it is. But then who are you? Okay, okay, interesting. We're named now. We're Angel? Angel. Cherubina of shed wings. Angel. I'm you, Angel. It's a shame you can't remember me. You see, we have a special connection. Like petals from the same flower, or so I would say. You are me, Angel. And I am you. You know, the shadow of the true self or something like that. It was my role to find you, and now that I did, it's your role to complete me. We don't have much time, but please listen to me. What are you talking about? It's time for us to be reunited, Angel. They've always tried to tear us apart, but now I've finally found you. Wait. Miss? Where are you? You have to come to me. I'm waiting for you on the other side of the mirror. Wait. You're not alone, Angel. I'll always stay with you from now on. Every time you need me, just knock 3 times in the mirror and I'll come to you. Wait, Angel. Please, you have to trust me. And please, promise me you'll be careful. He's still out there, looking for you. Wait, who are you talking about? I'll be waiting for you. Angel. Angel and Angel? But we're Angel? You're Angel? I'm confusing. Oh, what is that? It's like a different painting thing now. Where have you been? Harpy. I'm sorry, I got into this room and... Now it's like a... Yes, it's strange. What is that? Haven't I told you not to wander by yourself? You could have gotten hurt, or you could have gotten hurt. Harpy. There's no helping it, is there? I'm sorry I yelled at you, miss. Harpy, is everything alright? Was there always a big painting in this room? I mean, to be honest, you shouldn't be surprised about this, you know, because weird things have been happening the entire time. Ever since the beginning, actually. So this is not really surprising, but anyway. A painting? No, there isn't. What's the matter, miss? You don't seem too well. Yes? What is it? Harpy. Is my name Angel? I'm sorry. What did you say? You just what? What did you do? Who told you that? Harpy, I don't want to hear any more excuses from you. Listen, my girl. Lies won't take you anywhere in this place. Enough is enough, and it's time for you to face the consequences of your own acts. Playing house will not make everything better. Hiding will make you invisible, miss. What are you talking about? I'm sorry. I got a bit carried away. I apologize. Harpy, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. Fletta's gone, and now I met that strange girl, and Who did you meet? She said my name was Angel, and that she was me. Your name is not Angel, miss. Oh, it went back to being, question marks, I guess. It's not? No, it is not. But that is enough. You mustn't meet this girl ever again. You mustn't trust her, no matter what she says. But why? Listen, miss. I need you to listen carefully. As I told you before, I can't tell you your name. And I can't tell you who you are, or what you should do from now on. However, I can protect you from whoever is trying to hurt you. Was Fletta trying to hurt me? I mean, yeah, that is true. She was trying to, I think, hurt, I mean, there was a bad ending. I don't know, miss. Well, I mean, I'm trying to remember. No, there was that part where she pushed you, down the stairs and killed you. So yeah, that's true. Anyway, all I know is that you mustn't trust anyone but yourself. You don't trust anyone but yourself. Well, actually, there's that meme. Don't trust anyone, even yourself. Anyway, do you understand? No. I don't understand this situation at all. I see. Should I leave you on your own then? What? I'm asking you if you're going to walk away from the situation you don't understand. Why are you here, miss? What have you come here to do? I don't know. What does that tell us then? Didn't you want to know who you are? What your name is, and what you're supposed to do? Are you just going to give all of that up? Harpy, I refuse to protect someone who has no will to thrive, miss. That is no longer my role. I'm sorry, Harpy. I don't need your apologies. No. I mean it. I understand what you're saying, Harpy. I do want to know who I am, and what I'm doing here. Please forgive me. I ended up pressuring you when it wasn't my intention. No, you're right, Harpy. I can't simply give up. I'm glad you understand, miss. I need you to trust me. And I need you to stay true to yourself. That is the only way you'll ever find the answers to your questions. This is what I've been trying to tell you. I'm sorry I went overboard. No, it's alright. I don't think you're trying to hurt me, Harpy. Oh, thank you, miss. Thank you for trusting me. Harpy? Oh no, it's nothing. I'm just feeling a bit overjoyed, that's all. But anyway, I got the button we need to fix your coat. Thank you, Harpy. You're welcome, my girl. It's done. Thank you, Harpy. You know, was there any, like, changes? I couldn't see. I don't know if there's any, like, subtle changes. And there's the buttons. I mean, isn't this the original dress that she had, though? And there's these buttons, but, you know, she had those before. I don't know if there's any buttons, like, you can see in the cardigan here. But anyway. Yeah, thank you, Harpy. You're welcome, miss. Well then, shall we go? Go where? I need to take you to a safe place. We can't stay here forever now, can we? Oh, I see. Let us hurry. All right. Okay. So we had a little event with Angel, I guess, whoever that person is. Oh, is something the matter? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just. Come now, my girl. You mustn't dawdle. I'm sorry. Okay. I guess we shouldn't do that. Can I go back though? Actually, I want to go back. Right. As remember, you can go back in here. You don't have to follow her. It seemed like, yeah, you could do other things other than just follow her, actually. So, let's save the game. And, you know, instead of, like, simply going back up and for her to brush our hair, I guess, let's not do that. You know, let's be rebellious and let's just explore. Okay. Let's continue. So instead of following, you know, Harpy, the lady that is super suspicious, let's not do that. Just wander around. Fiery demise. Let's go in here. Let's check out the other doors. We haven't been in these other rooms, you know. Let's see. Is that Bochi? You know, Bochi the Rock? That reminds me of something Maiden, it looks like. Something, or I'm not sure. There are a lot of books about art. Various canvas. Crimson waters. Lonesome vessel sails to calm crimson seas. Okay. I guess that's little drawings that is reminiscent of Harpy, I guess. Bottle 1 rests on the cloth table, accompanied by grapes and a tall glass. This canvas is blank. More pictures. Dancing. Rests on news. Series of paintings depicting flowers in bloom. Okay. Well, this is like a little art room, I guess. What's in here? Oh. What? What? Wait. Huh? How do we just end up back here? How strange. Long time no see. I'm assuming this is back where we were before, right? Yeah. Kind of like, we tried to leave that room, we just came back the other way. How strange. Okay. Now let's go in here. Wow, you have 78 charms! Good for you! Hey there, little pumpkin girl! Or, why did I say pumpkin girl? Because I was talking to pumpkins. I got pumpkins on the mind. Rather, hey there, little girl. Would you be interested in a quiz? Get everything right, and I might give you a reward. No. Daka kotowaru. You know why? Because I want to save first. Because if I get it wrong, they'll probably be like, oh, you failed! Okay, that's it. You know? So I have to like save first before I do that. I want to look around the room as well, maybe. The quiz might pertain to the room itself, actually. It's a journal with some doodles, but there's something here. I prefer silence to playing the piano. I prefer it over the sound of my tutor's voice, brother's voice, father's voice. Mother's voice I've never heard, although I was told it used to be loving and gentle. My own voice, however, is the one I hate the most. I mean, isn't that for everybody, actually? At least, you know, I feel like anytime you record yourself and listen to your own voice, like, usually most people hate it. You know, unless you're an egotistical narcissist. You know, I can't imagine anyone likes their own voice. If you hear it recorded anyway. I don't know. At least, I don't know. Usually, though, in most circumstances, however, when you record your own voice, usually it's like like on your phone or something. It's a bad microphone quality, right? So that's usually the case as well. Anyway, a lot of volumes of books on these shelves. Oh, another wax record. Interesting. 3 out of 5. There's a picture here too. It's the same picture as before, except the brother and I guess the mother has been destroyed. They've been eliminated. Okay. Chalk. A blackboard. Chalk and like eyelashes. I don't know. A lot of volumes of books on these shelves. Yeah. Heard that ready? Alright, let's see. Alright, why not? Choose a subject. I choose... Oh boy, both of these are bad. I'm bad at history, I'm bad at mathematics. I guess math. What's the solution to this equation? 2x plus 4 equals 10. I mean, that's just basic, what do you call it? I can't forget I don't remember what you call it, but like, you know, variables, basically. You gotta find the solution to x. So let's see if I remember my high school math. I mean, it's pretty simple. I feel like I'm just very slow, especially if I don't have anything to write down on, you know? Just doing it in my head is kind of hard for me. But basically, you gotta move the 4 to the right, and that's 10 minus 4. That's 6. And then in order to make 2x equal 6, you gotta just divide everything by 2. So the answer is 3. Right? Congratulations! Here's your award. Okay, got pumpkin charms. Great. Quite smart, aren't you? Okay. High school math. I don't know. It's like very like... I don't know. Was it middle school or high school? I feel like it's high school math. Though it can get pretty hard. I never did calculus, by the way. I feel like I always mention that, but I never took calculus. Like, it wasn't a mandatory course, you know, back when I was in high school, actually. We took math courses up to a certain point, and then you don't have to take calculus, so I didn't. and I still regret it, because maybe I should have, you know. Like, I went up to, like, I think advanced functions, and that's basically it. That's where my knowledge stops. Because I don't know. I did okay in math, but like math is like one of those things where if you keep up with it, you know, it's pretty easy. I mean, just like with everything, I guess. But I just didn't like it, you know. So I just I didn't want to do it, so I just didn't. All right. Well, we kind of explored that floor. What about this floor? There's a lot of floors you can go. So what's the third floor look like? Oh, this looks much more ominous. It's scary. All right, good. Save the game. Knew it? By the way, is the name of this place? Knew it? Mr. Pumpkin? Hello? Maybe it's just a lamp. Yeah, this is a much more different pumpkin, you know? That's not the typical pumpkin that we usually see. Are you a lamp too? The prideful poet. How strange. We can like... Door? Artificial flowers. I mean, we can just go on the left. Left is like a entryway. Go there too. We go to the right. I don't know. The Kind Poet. Go left first, I guess. I never liked these hunting trophies. Oh. Oh. There's blood. Partially covered in spiderweb, the trophy hangs in the wall, stripped of any of its former glory. Stares blankly because it's dead. It's freaking dead. Hello? Okay, we just do it again for no reason. Anyone here? No, it's just locked. Oh, again? I don't know what's happening there. The door opens, and she's like, oh, scary. Oh, are you a real pumpkin? A pumpkin! Wow, you scared me. I'm sorry, I just got a bit too excited. Mind your manners, miss. That's not the kind of behavior we're expecting of a young lady like you. I hope you're not showing up to the party dressed like that. But No buts. A lady must know how to present herself properly at all times. No exceptions. Are you a lamp? Yes, you are. What's the painting? Dinner of the fittest. They're having a hearty feast. Okay. Oh. What's going on here? Chasing rumors. Are you alright? Oh, miss, you wouldn't believe what has happened to me. What happened? I lost my precious rosary. I absolutely cannot live without it. I've looked everywhere for it, but I couldn't find it. It's alright, miss, I'll help you. So please don't cry, alright? Oh, thank you, miss, thank you. You're welcome. She has no head, though, or I guess she's just invisible. Another lamp. The Forgotten Poet. Another lamp. I'm gonna just keep checking these lamps. Yes, that's an entryway. I'm assuming this goes back to where we were in the middle, right? Oh, it doesn't actually. This is a new place. I mean, okay. Let's just look around some more. It's raining. We have no umbrella. We get all wet. Anything over here? Okay. Oh. It's a white swan. Hello? Mr. Swan? Oh, like blocks away. Huh. Okay. Oh. Look, guys, there's someone here. Hello there, young lady. Aren't you early to the party? What party? You don't know about the party? Hey, guys, she doesn't know about the party. How come you don't know about the party? What are you doing here then, little girl? I'm just... You should go to the party now that you're here. You never know, miss. Might just find your Prince Charming. Funny pumpkins. You know, the only way she can cope is to hallucinate like funny pumpkins, I guess. Alright, so this goes back over here, right? Yeah, this is we're in the middle. So we went up this way. Oh, okay, it's locked. We couldn't go there anyway. Huh, interesting. Alright. Let's see, I mean, what are we doing here in the first place? I mean, we're looking for that rosary, I guess. Ain't going there. What? Okay, strange. Just strange. Oh, you're going here though. It's the bathroom. Totally nothing gonna kill us in the bathroom, right? Narrow mirror. Oh, you can call Angel. Interesting. So you can call out to them whenever there's a mirror, I guess. Interesting. I mean, can't you just call out like on your pocket mirror? I wonder. No, because that is a mirror as well. I feel like. Well, why not? Angel? She not here? Angel? I need to get out of here. I guess that didn't work. Oh well. She did say to knock at any mirror, but like, I guess that doesn't work. I guess we'll leave. There's nothing here, it seems like. Locked. I mean, we've been walking around. I haven't seen anything helpful, I feel like. No, man. Oh. Freaking jump scares. Oh, what the heck? What? It was over here? Huh. And that wasn't clear to me at all. Here it is. Oh. Oil. Great. What happened? There's a bunch of oil. The once clear water has turned pitch black, hiding the tub water under its murky field. Oh, I'm dead. Because I was busy looking at the bathtub. Num num num. I'm assuming got eaten? Oh. A lot of chopping noises. Alright. Game over. Alright, let's leave. I'm assuming you don't touch the black stuff, by the way. I'm just assuming that. Oh, press Z. Ah! Okay, I'm out. Once I transition to a new area, monsters cannot pace me. It's the RPG Maker horror game rule. Well, there you go. I guess I was actually looking around a whole bunch, wasting my time. But I guess there was more to do in that bathroom. When I did the thing with Angel, it said like, oh, she's not here. I was gonna say, when I did the thing with Angel and the mirrors broke, she said like, oh, let's get out of here. I shouldn't stay here, so I left. Right? So like, it's kind of BS because actually you are supposed to stay there and collect the rosary. And realize. Oh, the weeping lady's gone though. Miss, where'd you go? I'll leave it here. She might come back. Oh. Time for the party, I guess. Full of invisible people. Well, let's go.